Clark, I greet you. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to my live video. I want to do two different videos this evening. I want to do two different videos this evening. First of all, I want to kind of elaborate on the last video I did about healing in the church and, between pastors and those faking miracles, who is the one ridiculing the Christian faith. So I want to elaborate on that video a little bit because I think some people were taking it out of context. But that one on the side, I want us to first of all look into what is going on with our brother Ijele. And I want to ask the question about his health right now because his health is in jeopardy. And I want to ask a question for the kidney damager because there's someone. I'll play the video for you guys here. The video is somewhere in one of my videos. Maybe I may need to share that video again. And someone was basically saying it that if you come on social media and say what he doesn't like, that you are going to have kidney damage. And he also specifically said that he has people everywhere. He has people everywhere. And keep in mind, these people we're talking about are people that have the opportunity to work in civil service in the federal government. And these people have that opportunity to work and they are earning high salaries and getting all the emolument and getting all whatever they need, they get from that employment from federal government, not state. And instead of them to do their duty as honorable citizens of the country, like you are talking about ending bad government, what about the bad citizens? And especially, what about those bad citizens that are using their job, their office within the Nigerian government to do evil? So there is question that we need to clarify. Ijele was in Nasarawa prison, in Kefi prison. Nothing happened to that young man. He was there, and once the RNG people could not have their way, they fought tooth and nail, and they use, of course, I keep saying it, at the end of the day, it's not really their fault. It's the system that they are able to manipulate and use in that regard. And they were able to take this young man, and keep in mind, this is still a civil case. They are able to transfer this man. And of course, I know the intention was not actually to transport him, but at the end of the day, they didn't have any choice other than to transport him. And they were able to transport him to Lagos, and immediately something is happening. So there is something that went on in that place. There is something that went on in that place. And that's what we need to clarify, because if somebody say what you don't like, what is the penalty for that? If somebody insults you, what is the penalty for that? If somebody slander you, what is the penalty for that? Is the penalty for you to go and pay people or do whatever you did that you needed to do? What is the penalty for the offense that he committed against you that warrant his health to be in jeopardy now? What is the offense there? That's at the end of the day, that's what we want to know. What is the offense that warrants that there are people that are in the civil service of federal government of Nigeria and abuse that job office and abuse that job opportunity, and instead of them to represent the country and be good, instead of that, they are using that office to be doing evil. So when we say Nigeria is bad, we know, okay, we say Nigeria is bad, but who is the person in that office using that office to do bad thing and evil thing? Who is the person using that office, a civil service job? Because they say Nigeria is corrupt. Okay, we say, yeah, Nigeria is corrupt. But who is the one that is corrupt, that is using their office to do evil? Is that part of your job description? Is that part of your job description, that when somebody come, that you will do, and you will be under the influence of corruption and be doing evil in a place where you are supposed to be the gap between truth and between integrity and bad? You are the one that is doing bad. You know yourself. It's a question. So this is a question for you people, that you have that possibility to work in the federal government. You are working with the federal government, but you are using your office to do evil thing. And not to talk of the one that carry the biggest Bible that you can find. And but there can, you cannot give what you don't have. You can't give what you don't have. You understand me? So the person that carry the biggest Bible in the whole world, you can no longer redeem yourself, because you said it. You came out and said it, that you have put people everywhere, and that person is going to be in detention, and you will be doing come today, come tomorrow for 2 years. But it's not your fault. I keep saying it. It's not his fault, because it is the people that the federal government allows, without checks and balances, allow them to stay inside their job opportunity they have within the Nigerian civil service system to be doing evil. It's not their fault. At the end of the day, who is to blame for all what is going on? Is the Nigerian government. At the end, when you come down to it, is the people responsible for the Civil Service Commission, the Federal Civil Service Commission, the Nigerian Judiciary Commission. They are the one at fault. The blame goes to them, because at the end of the day, if someone is able to have that influence and pervert the course of justice, you cannot blame that person, because the person is able to do it and is able to infiltrate and pervert that system of justice. So if you have a government that have the intention to do the right thing, it is for their judicial commission, it's for them to have an investigation and filter the people that are doing that corruption and perversion of justice within their system. And we don't expect anything less than that, because this is an outrage. This is outrageous. In a civil matter, the Nigerian Judicial Commission, or whatever, judiciary, these people are out of touch. The people that they put in the Nigerian Judicial Commission, they are all out of touch. They have no touch with reality. Go to the Nigerian prisons. People who are there are languishing in jail, are people who at the end of the day, you don't even know what crime they committed, what brought them there. Indiscriminate putting of people in prison. That is what is going on in the Nigerian prison. And my understanding is that what Ijele is going through now is beaming a light in the Nigerian Judicial Commission. Yeah. What Ijele is going through is beaming a light. And if they do not use this opportunity, if they don't use this opportunity of what is going on in Ijele and look into their judicial system, and look into their law enforcement system, and look into their federal agencies, those people who they give employment, and that they are able to use that office to be doing evil and committing atrocity against the state, against fellow citizens, if they are not able to do that, you can no longer blame the individuals that saw an opportunity and take it. The blame will go back to the federal government. The blame will go back to the people running the three arms of government of Nigeria. Shame, shame, shame is on them, because you cannot explain this kind of a thing. This kind of outright abuse of judicial office is unacceptable. It's unacceptable. Good evening, everybody. It's unacceptable. People should not be able to use police to pervert the course of justice. Has somebody done wrong? What is the offense? What is the punishment? What does the Nigerian law say about that offense? What is the procedure for that offense? If there are no clear cuts, if there are no clear definition, then shame on the Nigerian judiciary, because you are a disgrace to judiciary system in the whole world. How can it be that people are in jail. The jail are overfilled by people who have committed minor offenses that do not require prison time. And you are sitting down there, you call yourself Judicial Commission, and judges and magistrates are busy writing motion exparte, wasting time, wasting resources, putting breadwinners in detention, people who are not a danger to society. There's a reason why something is a felony. There's a reason why something is a civil matter between citizens. You and me, you say, I talk, you know, talk. It's a different matter. There's a different thing again when there is something like manslaughter, murder, or kidnapping, or all those other heinous crimes, right? So where is the demarcation? How is it possible that somebody have influence and is just able to run over the judiciary and buy over people and run their course, regardless of who it is? What kind of country is that, where you cannot say that the people can get justice? Yeah. So my hope is that what is happening to Ijele is going to put a beam of light on the judicial system. It is about time. We need a screening. We need an overhaul. We need a change of the penal code. If somebody have done wrong, I've never said do not hold that person. I've never said do not penalize that person. But what is the defined due process for that? Why is somebody able to manipulate and pervert the course of justice? And why would somebody who call himself a pastor be in the one perverting the course of justice? Is he not the kind of person that's supposed to fight for justice? Why is he the one perverting the course of justice? Please, please, please don't give me that this is how they treat us. Who are us? Who are us? The people doing this whole thing, all of them, minus the judge, all of them so far, are they not your people? Are they not your people? Go to that prison, all the people frustrating the whole thing, are they not Igbo people? Who are your people? Who are even the people that are not against you? Huh? As they did that protest, they did not see them. They arrested so many people from the north. Huh? Who are your people? You know, people who only see beyond your people, my people, your people, my people. You people disgust me. You know, like your view is so one way. Like you don't have the possibility to see beyond that. I'm sorry for you. I'm sorry for you. Were you not there when the for example, in this case of Ijele, the first one, Magistrate Yana, he said is beyond his justice. He is beyond his jurisdiction. He transferred it to Chioma Amawachi. Chioma Amawachi, he never saw Ijele for one day. He never sat on that case for one day. But she wrote a motion exparte to keep Ijele in prison. Who is she? Is it not one of you? Is it not your own? Brethren, I'm asking you, who are one of you? Who are you there that they treat you like that? Was it not before our presence that they were holding, I don't know, have they even released him? This man that Shite leader. Is it not before our eye they were holding Dasuki, the NSA or National Security Advisor at Dasuki? Was it not before our eyes? Who exactly are your people? You guys should wake up from this slumber. What is the sup now? They swear for now. What it be that? Is it not before your presence that Chioma Amawachi, a whole magistrate working with federal government of Nigeria in Abuja magistrate court, is she not the one that sat on Ijele's case months after that first magistrate strike it? I don't blame her. It's the Ijele's lawyer that I blame, because if the first magistrate strike it, where is the second magistrate coming to hold it? It doesn't happen. That's a perversion of justice, but it happened with Ijele. So if you want to say, oh, this is how they are holding, who sent her Chioma Amawachi to go and take a case that is beyond the jurisdiction of magistrate level and she's in magistrate 6? How come? Does a case go from one magistrate to another? But they know they can do it. They know they have the instrument. They are in the office to pervert that justice, and they do it. So who is doing it? Who is doing it? So we are talking about a civil matter here. We are not talking about treasonable felony, state affairs. If somebody took arms and fight against the state of Nigeria, And me, I'm talking to my fellow citizen. We are two fighting. It's a two different case, you know. So you're gonna say this is how they treat us. How do they treat you? How? You know, so let's not derail the conversation and take it to where it is not, because that's beyond the scope of what we are saying. You know, I'm just saying that what is happening to Ijele is supposed to be some kind of, let me put on the ventilator, it's getting hot, you know, it's supposed to be like an indicator to us and to the Nigerian government that they need to sit up. People cannot be languishing in jail over civil matters. And as a matter of fact, the Nigerian Constitution said if you have a case with a civil case issue, you take the person to court, you sue the person to court, the person will go to court and answer himself. And you see that playing out in the Jeremiah Fufuyin and Fufeyin and VDN. You see, he sued him to court and he went to court. He didn't go to police to say, go and arrest him and do it and drag him and write a motion expert to put him in prison and all those things. Who did it? Who are those doing? The police prosecutor are Igbo. Everybody involved in this Ijele case are Igbo. The only place that there were no Igbo involved directly was in Kefi prison, and they did all they could to take him to a place where Igbo will be the one in charge in that place. So the people running in Nigeria, it's like a playground. They are doing what they like, how it pleases them. It's a playground for the elites. I'm telling you, it's a playground. I saw this video. Maybe I should share this video with you guys. So there's a wedding that took place. It's one big man from Anambra, and you can see the governor of Lagos State. This wedding is supposed to take place in the southeast, but because of what our people did to themselves, major events are not taking place anymore in that place. Nobody is talking about our, you know, because if you talk about it, you are enemy of your own people, right? So anyway, we let it be. And now you see they are having big wedding where governors are attending, but they are not having it in Anambra. They are having it in Lagos, and the multiplier effect from such big gathering is going to Lagos, right? But at the end of the day, we are going to say, oh, they are doing us, what they did to us, how they are doing us. You know, we forget what we are doing to ourselves. We forget what we are doing to ourselves. So, yeah, anyway, I wanted to say that, you know, you have asked the right question, that what are the lawyers doing? You know, the thing, you know, is frustrating even for me, myself, you know, because even a son is involved. So the thing is, there is nothing they can do about a civil case. It's a civil case, it's a civil case. There's, you know, if a case is a civil case, it means it's about two fighting, two quarreling, you know, two people having a disagreement. You cannot criminalize a civil case. A civil case cannot be adjusted and turned into a criminal case or a felony or anything like that, because you don't have the basis for that. So that is what I realized, that they are trying, you know, they are trying, and the lawyers are doing what they can, right? But at the end of the day, a civil case remains a civil case. Please stop equating Ijele to Kanu. Please. There are parallel lines that will never meet. Please know your place. Know your place. Stop equating. Ijele became notorious for daring to stand up to what that guy was doing. Please. If Ijele never came out to speak against what that guy was doing, and what that guy was doing is a result of what is going on now, that they can't even go to the southeast and celebrate like they would normally do. I need to share this video. Let me look for the video that I'm talking about. You know, I'm sorry, guys. I really need to share this video because please desist from such conversations. It do not profit you anything, except of course, except if you are a sponsor and you are one of those people who are sponsor what is going on. Yeah, Nigeria is bad, Nigeria is bad. At the end of the day, Nigeria is not a human being. Yeah, Nigeria is not a human being. There are people that are actually human, and they are the ones they are the ones in Nigeria, and they are in that office. So you can see this is a wedding that is going on. This guy is a very big man from Anambra State, and he is not celebrating the wedding of his children. They are not celebrating. They are not celebrating it in Alibo, and they are supposed to have the celebration in Alibo. And because of what happened in Alibo, and what Ijele rose up to actually talk against and say, stop it, you do not do this. As bad as Nigeria is, you need to still have your home, your front yard, okay, for you to always retreat. You know, yeah, Nigeria is not good. Everybody say Nigeria is not good. What can we do? What can we do? You say you, but because Nigeria is not good, you want to destroy your own homeland. Yeah, fine and good. Today, they are in Lagos celebrating. This is an event that's supposed to take place in Anambra State. This is an event that's supposed to take place in Anambra State. It's one of the things for which Ijele is being projected as the bad guy in Alibo, even though he never asked for anything to come against the people in the southeast. But you can see the celebration going on here in Lagos. Imagine a big wedding. They are doing it in Lagos. These are big, important dignitaries from Alibo, but they cannot do it in Alibo. They don't want to put that kind of gathering in Alibo. So anyway, the conversation is what it is. If your head is stuck somewhere that you are a victim, so be it. I cannot help you. So be the victim, you are a victim. What are you going to do about your victimhood? If your solution to solving your victimhood is burning down your homeland, so be it. Nobody can help you. I'm sorry. It is what it is. It is your truth. It is the way you see it. It's your perspective. You are right. Live with it, and I'll live with my own conviction. That's it. So at the end of the day, you see, please tell me the name of this man. You guys, you can see the man now. What is his name? You can see him. It's a celebration that's supposed to happen in Alibo. Ijele is in detention, and this celebration is not happening in Alibo. Why? Victor Ume. Okay, thank you. So you can see, but at the end of the day, who are the people frolicking here? It's not me and you. Anyway, I just say let me leave this conversation here for now. So I want to continue with healing in church, because I was saying something about it, that who is to be blamed, and some people kind of misunderstood me. I want to say about healing in church that give unto Caesar what belongs to Caesar, and give to God what belongs to God. There is a place for each and every one of this. There's a place for the pastor, and there's a place for the doctor. And the doctor is not the pastor, and the pastor is not the doctor. Yeah. So if you are having physical ailment, you go to the doctor. The doctor have the expertise, the knowledge, the training to intervene in your physical ailment. But the doctor intervening in your physical ailment doesn't stop your pastor from praying for you. Doesn't stop your pastor from being there to support you emotionally and morally and spiritually. It doesn't stop, So when I'm saying that between pastors and those calling them out, who is actually ridiculing the faith, the Christian faith, you will see that it's the fake pastors. It's the fake pastors, because there is a place for doctor and there's a place for pastors. So when you are having a medical crisis, you are not rushing to church, you are rushing to hospital. Yeah. And when you are needing spiritual support, emotional support, you are rushing to your church, to your pastor. He is there for that. In German, they call it Seelsorge, somebody who cares for the soul. Because there's a lot of pressure in life. There is a place for your doctor. There's a place for your pastor. There is so many like even in hospitals. Our people that work in hospital, if you come abroad, most of our people are working in hospital, in nursing, or in healthcare. Go and ask them. There is a place for counselors, for pastors to come in. There are periods where they are giving opportunity to go into the rooms and talk to patients and counsel patients and have audience with them and pray with them. There are many people that before they go into any major surgery, they want the pastors will come and they will pray with them, right? So there is a place for that. So in effect, what I'm saying is, do not confuse going to church and going to hospital. It's not the same. And if you think it is the same, the danger is you will jeopardize your health, because the prevention and the measures you need to take to preserve your health, you will not take it. You understand? If you need to do physical checkups to know your medical stand, to know your details, to know your blood pressure, your sugar, your like to do your blood work, all those kind of relevant information that you need to be up to date, especially as you are getting older, even as young people, like to have a thorough health checkup to know where you stand. And so when there's a problem, you have a doctor you can go to. It is a standard you should develop, because if you don't do that, you jeopardize yourself. Because, for example, some people may have high blood pressure, they will not know, and they will slump and have a stroke, and they will pass and nobody will know. And when they will fall and somebody doesn't also know that maybe they can perform a CPR to revive them and bring them back to life, they will pass on like that, and they will think it's the devil that is doing it. But it's the lack of the knowledge and the understanding. You understand? So being a pastor and being a doctor is not the same, and there should not be any conflict. So the pastors that are taking advantage of failing medical systems to extort the people, they are lying to the people. They are lying to the people. And when they are having health issues, they will go and see their own doctors. They will go for medical checkup, right? They have their own physicians. For example, when the people in Nigeria, for example, the actors, the Nollywood celebrities, when they are having medical issues, for example, you can mention your own, like Mr. Ibu, like Clem Ohameze or something like Ohaneze, right? What is his name? Clem. This man that used to act um, ritual husband all the time, right? When they went to pastors thinking, oh, this man can heal me, they gave them money to go to the doctor. They gave them huge amount of money. Why? Because they know that this person is in the spotlight. This person is a celebrity that people are following their life. So they cannot claim they have healed them, because people are going to follow their progress. Their life is in the public sphere. So they cannot risk it. So when it comes to public personas like celebrities coming to and say, oh, let me, you will see they will give out money. I remember there was one young girl that was, social media the whole time talking Ada Jesus or something like that. When her issue got to a point, they took her to even Odumeje, I remember, and and he was like, he cannot eat, they just kind of changed the whole narrative. But eventually she was taken to the hospital, but the whole thing was already in the end stage, and there was really nothing but they can do for her. But at the end of the day, they could have just prayed with her, supported her, that physical, emotional support, even if it is towards the end of someone's life. It means a lot. It gives them comfort. It gives them support that they need at that point in their life. It's not a time that you want to throw them away and something like that. So at the end of the day, what am I saying? From there you can know. When Mr. Ibu went there, they gave him money. They gave him money to go to the hospital. So if you are a famous person and you have a health issue, I think that Clement Ohaneze, tell me what is his name? Clem. I know it's Clem Ohameze or something like that. He went to Jeremiah Fufunye. That one, he gave him money. He gave him money. It's not the only one. Many of the Nollywood, you people remind me, which Nollywood actor and actress who was ailing and needing intervention went to the healer, the people who claim that they are healing, right? But on the other hand, there's a lot of healing that is taking place in the life of people every day. Let me tell you guys, there are so many people that are having cancer, and they will go back to, they will be praying on their own and believing on God and trusting and praying, and they will go back to the doctor and they will tell them that they are on remission. It happens. So your miracle doesn't need somebody's face or somebody's brand of Christianity. The miracle is happening every day because you are the one that know your problem and you are the one that can communicate that with your God. And miracle is happening every day. Let me tell you guys, even though you can go to the hospital, sometimes the doctor may not even be able to diagnose what you are having. Like, you will be in pain, you will be in severe pain. They will not be able to know exactly what you are having. But that's where your prayer comes in, and you are praying to God that God should help you and send you healing and revive you and restore you. And you will see them being able to actually intervene, like find out exactly what it is, because sometimes they will not really know. They will be trying the treatment and it will not be working because they have not gotten exactly what it is that is happening to you. And through the mercy of God, that is the miracle that is happening every day. Not everybody that went into surgery came out alive or came out the same. Childbirth that everybody is going, not everybody that went to give back came back alive. Not everybody that went to give back came back whole. Some people from this childbirth, they even lost their ability to walk, right? So there are miracles that are happening every day in people's life. It is not attached to any brand of a pastor. It doesn't mean so I've suffered like this, I've gone to this place, I've done this for so many years until when I now came to this brand of Christianity, and then all the problem is solved. They always issue that narrative. So what am I saying in effect? I myself, I'm a Christian. I'm not going to say don't be a Christian. I'm never going to say don't go to church. I'll never say stop believing. But I'm saying there is a place for pastor, there is a place for your pastor, and there's a place for your doctor. And do not misplace it. And they are not in conflict. It's not a fight. It's not a quarrel, right? One can be with the other. It is not something that either this or that. It is something that works in harmony with each other, and you can see your doctor and you can pray, and everything work together for your good, and everything will come together for your own benefit. And you cannot neglect this one and neglect the other, right? You cannot take you because of this one and neglect the other. No, you should attend to this one, attend to this one, and at the end of the day, everything will come together, right? Yeah. So my people, I want to leave it here without talking too much. I don't know, somebody wanted to call, and I think they actually did call. um yeah, sorry guys. um Yeah, I don't know if anybody wants to add anything, otherwise I will end the video here. So I want to salute every one of you that continue to support me on this page. Yeah, at the end of the day, everybody have their understanding, and a lot of people are very taken to their school of thought, and they don't want to kind of hear another aspect of it, you know. But at the end of the day, know that, you cannot know everything, and dare to come out of your comfort zone and dare to open your mind to understand another perspective. You'd never know, right? Just dare it, and don't take offense once something doesn't go the way you have known it or you have heard it, something like that, Try to be open-minded. That's what I'm trying to say. It helps, being open-minded, the key, it's good. It's good for your soul. It's good for your soul, yeah. So, my people, thank you so much for being a part of this program. I really appreciate every one of you that continue to continue to support me, and subscribe and follow. God bless you all, and I pray that you will not be forsaken in the day of your need. And I pray that when you need a doctor, you go to a doctor, and when you need your pastor, you go to a pastor, and that both of them will not be in conflict in your life, and you are able to recognize the place of your pastor and the place of your doctor. Thank you. Good night, everyone.